collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection, May in her assassin's outfit from the Acolyte. Okay, so this is the third figure that we do have from the Acolyte series. This is May, and we're going to take a look at the card back. If you do happen to enjoy the video, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Alright then, so this is May in her assassin outfit. Now if you've seen the show, you'll realise that this is the twin sister of Osha, and very much like her sister, this is May in how she looked in the first few episodes of the Acolyte in her assassin outfit. And there you can see her on the card back there. They've gone for a light blue name pill and panel behind the figure, and there you can see her in the bubble there. On the back of the card you can also see what she looks like. VC328 in the line. You've got the Vintage Collection logo there, Disney and Hasbro as always. And all that being said, let's take a look at the figure. Alright then, so here is May out of the packaging, and as I mentioned in my review of the Osha figure, the Acolyte series isn't my most favourite of the Disney Plus series. In fact, I would probably rank it the lowest out of all of them. However, I'm going to talk about this figure in terms of how good the figure is, not how much I like the series. And in terms of the figure, she's looking pretty good there. She's got some good soft goods in her robe, and the sculpting work on her outfit looked pretty good as well. And also with this figure, you do get this piece here which enables you to cover up her face to make her a true assassin, if you like. You also get two accessories in forms of daggers, which she is currently holding, which is pretty cool as well. So I've just put her in a pretty simple pose there, just holding the daggers without that sort of piece that covers the face. But I want to take a closer up look at the figure and all the sculpting work and the head sculpt as well, and also compare the head sculpt versus her sister, the Osha figure as well. So we're going to be doing that right now. Alright then, so here is a close-up look at the Osha figure, and you can see there the head sculpt's looking pretty decent. I've got to say, I'm not a massive fan of the hair sculpting on both of the sisters here. We'll take a closer up look at that in a second. But one thing I do quite like is the soft goods of this character. I do like soft goods robes in general, and this one looks pretty good with the hood there. I think they've done that pretty well. You can see there how it sort of goes over the head there and drapes down over the figure. I think they've done that pretty well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these soft goods off so we can take a good look at the sculpting work of the figure in general and also the head sculpt. Alright then, so here is a close-up look at the head sculpt, and we're just going to bring Osha in so we can take a look at the differences. I think they've used the same face. I think they have, just with a different hair sculpt, and there's the hair piece, and you can see this one is a lot longer because, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the show, she actually chops off her hair to make herself look like her sister. So you can see her sister there has a much shorter haircut, and on this one she has the longer braids there going down her back. Now in terms of the sculpting work of the figure itself, really, really good. Looks very much like she would in the show, so the source material versus the figure is very, very good. And you can see that she's got like kind of chainmail going down the front there, and she has some decent paint applications on her arms, again with that sort of chainmail going on. And this piece here is a soft vinyl plastic which is split at the sides so it doesn't hinder the articulation of the legs, and you can see the sculpting work on the legs there. Not too much going on like there is with the Osha figure, but still decent enough. And you can see that she's got that belt going around her waist. Doesn't seem to be any paint applications to bring any of the detail out of that, but that could be, you know, accurate to the source material. And you can see all of that sort of gold chainmail going on the torso there. And if we just lift up the hair piece, they haven't painted anything on the back of the figure at all. Now I just want to quickly remove the head from the figure so we can put that piece on that covers the face. And there we have it. So that's with the sort of neck chief that covers the face, and you're left with this piece, which is a smaller piece that went round the neck. So you remove that piece and you replace it with this larger piece which actually covers the face, and I think that looks pretty cool. There you go. Now in terms of the articulation, it will be a little bit restricted with this piece on for the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove it once again so we can check out the articulation of that neck piece. So you can see there the neck piece does have that double barbell in the neck. So we'll just put the head back on without either of those neck pieces. So we can just see that You know, you do get lots of range of motion with the head, but of course that hairpiece will hinder it ever so slightly. She has ball hinge shoulders, which go all the way round, of course, and then she has the elbow joints as well, which go about 90 degrees. No hinges on the wrist, just a swivel, because it's a female character. They don't seem to give those anymore because of the size of the plastic. Really good ball joint on that torso there, lots of range of motion there, so you're going to be able to get her in some really awesome poses. It doesn't seem to have an extra joint on the waist, but she does have the barbell hips, split at the thighs, really good knee joint, and she has the rocker ankles as well. So loads of range of motion on the legs there, and as I say, she has that split on the outfit, so it doesn't really hinder it. The other accessories is she has these two knives which are sculpted pretty well, but again, no paint applications on them whatsoever, so they're just black. They may be black in the show. I don't know whether they're like have a silver to the actual knife blade piece, but yeah, they're just black pieces of plastic that come with the figure. So there you go then, guys. That is my review of the May, the assassin figure from the Acolyte. Of course, if you're not really into the Acolyte, then you might not be picking these up, but in terms of just from a purely figure standpoint, it's a pretty decent figure. Same with the OSHA figure that I reviewed before. Both of these figures are all new figures in the Vintage Collection line, and they look pretty decent. Of course, for me, I'm not a massive fan of the Acolyte, but of course these figures could be used for lots of other things. You could have them hanging out in your cantina, or whatever you might do with them. You might want to customize them and things like that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members as always. Your support means a great deal to me, so thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.